Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief program. I'm your host, Jenny. Today, we dive into some intriguing stories making headlines. First up, renowned pianist Andras Schiff has decided to cancel all his upcoming concerts in the US for the 2025-26 season, citing significant political changes as his reason. This decision aligns with a growing trend among artists who feel compelled to respond to societal issues through their work. Schiff's long-standing relationship with the Philadelphia Orchestra dates back to 1993, making this a notable withdrawal. In financial news, Hong Kong stocks have taken a hit, falling from a three-year high as the Hang Seng Index dropped by 1.2%. This decline comes after China maintained its benchmark borrowing rates, disappointing investors who were hoping for cuts to stimulate economic growth. With significant drops in major companies like Pianist Insurance and Tencent, market sentiments are shifting, reflecting broader economic concerns. Lastly, Standard Chartered is making waves with plans to invest $1.5 billion in artificial intelligence, aiming to attract $200 billion in new money from affluent clients. With Hong Kong identified as a key market, the bank is focusing on enhancing AI tools to improve client service and fraud detection. This strategic move positions Standard Chartered for robust growth in a competitive landscape. Please stay tuned for more detailed content. South China Morning Post reports that renowned pianist Andras Schiff has made the bold decision to cancel his upcoming U.S. concerts, including performances with the Philadelphia Orchestra. Citing recent and unprecedented political changes in the United States, Schiff expressed a moral obligation to withdraw from engagements for the 2025-26 season. He emphasized that the arts cannot exist in a vacuum, detached from societal issues, and urged fellow artists to respond to the injustices of the world. This sentiment echoes the sentiments of German violinist Christian Tetzlaff, who also canceled his U.S. concerts, highlighting a growing movement among artists to take a stand against political climates they find troubling. In another report, Hong Kong stocks experienced a decline after reaching a three-year high, as the People's Bank of China decided to keep its benchmark borrowing rates unchanged for the fifth consecutive month. The Hang Seng Index fell by 1.2%, breaking a four-day streak of gains. Major companies like Pianist Insurance and Tencent Holdings saw significant drops in their stock prices, reflecting investor disappointment over the lack of interest rate cuts that many had hoped would stimulate economic growth. The decision not to lower rates has left investors feeling uncertain, especially as U.S. stocks showed positive movement after the Federal Reserve hinted at potential interest rate cuts in the future. Lastly, Standard Chartered CEO Bill Winters announced ambitious plans to invest heavily in artificial intelligence and expand its wealth management services in Hong Kong, aiming to attract $200 billion in new client money over the next 5 years. Winters highlighted Hong Kong as a crucial market for the bank, where the affluent population continues to grow. The bank plans to utilize AI for various functions, including fraud detection and enhancing customer service, while also hiring more experienced wealth managers. With a 19% increase in profits reported for 2024, Standard Chartered is poised to capitalize on the ongoing economic transitions in China and the surrounding regions, solidifying its position as a key player in the financial landscape. South China Morning Post reports that the sale of CK Hutchison's Panama ports to a consortium led by BlackRock has drawn considerable scrutiny, particularly regarding national security implications. Experts believe that while the deal, valued at $23 billion, raises concerns, there are limited legal avenues for authorities to intervene. Hutchison, owned by Li Ka-shing's family, must comply with regulations governing public companies and obtain shareholder approval. The deal's announcement has prompted backlash from pro-establishment figures in Hong Kong, with calls for the conglomerate to reconsider the sale amidst fears of foreign coercion. Chief Executive John Lee Ka-chiu emphasized the need for compliance with legal requirements, while Regina IP, a key government official, suggested that the deal could proceed without intervention since it does not involve Chinese ports. South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong's emergence as an attractive hub for Chinese AI startups seeking to penetrate international markets. Companies like CloudWalk Technology are eyeing opportunities in Hong Kong to establish a presence that facilitates global business development. The Greater Bay Area is viewed as a fertile ground for innovation, rivaling cities known for tech advancements. The Hong Kong government is also investing in AI, with plans to allocate 1 billion Hong Kong dollars to establish an AI institute. This strategic pivot towards technology aims to modernize traditional sectors and enhance the city's economic prospects, encouraging firms like iFlyTech and Pony.ai to expand their operations in the region. South China Morning Post discusses the implications of Beijing's criticism of CK Hutchison's decision to sell its Panama port assets, framing it as a warning to companies about prioritizing national interests over profits. Analysts suggest that this backlash aims to deter other firms from selling strategically important assets to foreign buyers, particularly amid rising geopolitical tensions. The Chinese government's strong stance reflects concerns over American influence in global trade routes, such as the Panama Canal. Observers caution that while Beijing's approach signals a commitment to protecting national interests, it may also create uncertainty for foreign investors and complicate efforts to present a favorable business environment in China. The situation underscores the delicate balance companies must navigate between commercial interests and national loyalty in a climate of increasing nationalism. SCMP opinion highlights the pressing challenges faced by Hong Kong's education system, particularly in the context of a declining school-age population. The article emphasizes the significant impact of low birth rates and increasing immigration on local schools, leading to the closure and merging of institutions that struggle to meet enrollment requirements. With projections indicating a 23% drop in primary 1 pupils by 2031, the situation is dire, compounded by new regulations that limit schools' options for survival. The author argues for a comprehensive assessment of the student population and advocates for a collaborative approach between education authorities and schools to ensure a more sustainable future for education in Hong Kong. South China Morning Post brings to light the inspiring story of Indigenous artist Pedro Wanamiri from the Tiwi Islands in Australia, who passionately works to preserve his culture through art. Using ochre sourced from local cliffs, Wanamiri creates traditional Tatini poles integral to Tiwi funerary ceremonies. His participation in Hong Kong's Art Basel showcases the rich narrative embedded in Tiwi art, which reflects a deep connection to the land and cultural heritage. The article highlights the challenges faced by Indigenous communities in maintaining their traditions amid modernization, while also celebrating the vibrant artistic expressions that continue to thrive, ensuring that the Tiwi culture remains alive for future generations. South China Morning Post reports on the Hong Kong Monetary Authority's decision to maintain its key interest rate at 4.75%, aligning with the U.S. Federal Reserve's stance. This decision comes as policymakers assess the inflationary effects of President Trump's tariffs, delaying potential rate cuts until later in the year. The article notes that while commercial banks in Hong Kong might lower borrowing costs in the future, the current economic climate remains cautious, with inflation pressures complicating the outlook. Despite a history of rate increases, the HKMA's current pause suggests a strategic approach to navigating the challenges posed by external economic factors and their impact on the local property market and consumer confidence. South China Morning Post reports that Hong Kong's public hospitals are taking significant steps to reduce waiting times in their accident and emergency (A&E) departments, particularly for patients classified as Category 3, which includes urgent cases. The hospital authority has set an ambitious target to treat 90% of these patients within 30 minutes, a substantial increase from the current rate of 76.6%. This initiative comes in response to the overwhelming number of semi-urgent and non-urgent cases that have been occupying resources meant for more critical patients. Dr. Michael Wong Lapgate highlighted that the previous fee adjustments successfully reduced the number of less urgent patients, and new changes to the subsidy model are anticipated soon, which will further streamline services and ensure that those in genuine need receive prompt care. In a celebration of culinary excellence, South China Morning Post's 100 Top Tables event has recognized the finest restaurants and bars in Hong Kong and Macau. Among the standout winners is Chef Tam Kwok Fung, who has redefined seasonality in dining by crafting menus based on the 24 solar terms of Chinese tradition. The Best New Restaurant award went to Ji, a collaboration that breathes new life into classic dishes with French techniques. Caprice, with its impeccable service and 3 Michelin stars, was voted the chef's choice, reflecting its status as a beloved establishment that combines outstanding food with an exquisite dining experience. Meanwhile, Sushi's Inc. has made waves by focusing on local seafood in its omakase offerings, showcasing the potential of Hong Kong's own waters. The latest dining scene updates from South China Morning Post reveal a series of exciting new openings across Hong Kong. Falcone, a neo-Neapolitan pizzeria, has launched its second location at the Peak, offering a vibrant menu that includes unique dishes like tuna and basil stracciatella. Othai, a new Thai restaurant in Hung Hom, serves street food-inspired dishes crafted by a seasoned chef, providing patrons with authentic flavors and stunning harbor views. Meanwhile, Mola brings a taste of Scandinavia to Soho with its minimalist decor and Nordic cuisine, while Fat J has emerged as a go-to spot for upscale char siu, specializing in Cantonese comfort food. Each of these establishments reflects the dynamic and diverse culinary landscape that continues to thrive in Hong Kong. South China Morning Post, Maitland Ward, once a beloved star of the sitcom Boy Meets World, has transformed her career dramatically over the years. After stepping away from mainstream acting in 2007, she made a bold return to the entertainment industry by entering the adult film scene in 2019. Ward, who played Rachel McGuire in the show's final seasons, has embraced her new identity as an adult film actress, claiming to have received more respect now than during her earlier career. Born Ashley Maitland Wilcox in Long Beach, California, Ward's journey began at 17 with a role in The Bold and the Beautiful. After a brief stint in New York studying creative writing, she eventually moved back to Los Angeles, where she began her cosplay adventures, including a memorable appearance as Princess Leia. Her first adult film, Drive, marked a significant shift in her career, and she has since published a memoir detailing her experiences. South China Morning Post, Rebecca Broussard, the former partner of Hollywood icon Jack Nicholson, has her own compelling story that intertwines with the legacy of her famous ex Broussard, who hails from humble beginnings in Kentucky, became a model and actress after working at a nightclub in Hollywood. Her relationship with Nicholson began while he was still with actress Angelica Houston, leading to the birth of their daughter Lorraine and son Ray. Despite the tumultuous nature of their romance, Broussard has carved out her own identity in Hollywood. She faced public scrutiny during her relationship with Nicholson, particularly following her arrest for DUI in 2007, which made headlines. Nevertheless, Broussard's resilience and her role as a mother have remained central to her narrative, with her son Ray now following in his father's footsteps as an actor. South China Morning Post. In an intriguing twist on celebrity lifestyles, several well-known figures have publicly declared their avoidance of deodorant, sparking conversations about personal hygiene and natural scents. Stars like Julia Roberts and Matthew McConaughey have openly shared their reasons for opting out of traditional deodorants, with Roberts simply stating it has never been her thing, while McConaughey believes a man should smell like a man. Cameron Diaz has expressed concerns about the health implications of antiperspirants, advocating for natural alternatives, while Diane Kruger cites allergies as her reason for foregoing deodorant altogether. Even fashion mogul Tom Ford embraces his natural scent, suggesting that human smell plays a role in attraction. This unconventional approach to body care not only highlights the diverse philosophies of self-presentation among celebrities but also challenges societal norms around beauty and hygiene. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.